Hey guys, this is my review for Extraction, the somewhat new Netflix movie starring Chris Hemsworth, aka Thor from the Marvel Universe. Man, I was blown away by this movie. Just the pure action, and I don't want to say the gore, but like in a lot of this movie's rated R to start off. There was a lot more blood than like a PG-13 movie, obviously. But he's just brutal, man. I guess I'll stay true to my kind of way I do things. This was like a real nice surprise. I was gonna watch it last week. Because it was already on my Netflix. Like continue watching because I started watching the first minute of it. I don't know why I stopped watching it, but I was like, oh, I'll watch it. I'll continue watching it. And I push it off. It's been like a week. I'm starting to wonder why I waited so long. I heard so much good things about it on Twitter, just how good it was. And then today I saw a video of Chris Hemsworth thanking the fans for making this the biggest Netflix movie ever. And I was just like, oh, maybe it is a lot better. Maybe I should just actually sit down and watch it. So I just finished up to number episode 8 on my Star Wars reviews. So I was like, I got some time until the Rise of Skywalker drops. I'll watch this movie and do a quick review on it. And I was glad I watched the movie. Chris Hemsworth's name in the movie, his name's Tyler Rake. Tyler Rake, I believe. So he's ex-military. He's kind of like a mercenary now, and he gets this mission to save somebody. Things just go south for him. Like the mission is totally like messed up. They think they're doing something, and it just gets all flipped upside down. And his whole team, like they get screwed over, and it just turns into this I don't want to say massive shootout, but the action scenes. I mean, people are comparing this to John Wick level, and I actually have not fully seen all three of the John Wick movies. I've seen parts of the first one, but I haven't seen any of the other three or any of them really. But yeah, a lot of people are comparing this to John Wick. Well, at least the action style, and it's just amazing. I loved every minute of this movie. I know I watched one review on it because that's how I am. I watch a movie, watch reviews on it. I'm not taking from anyone's reviews, but there's this one scene. It kind of reminds me of scenes in the Marvel the TV verse where they have like every for sure like in Daredevil they have that long shot where it's like the hallway shot, and they kind of have something similar to that in this movie. And I was kind of just sitting there watching. I was like, man, this is one shot. I heard that it's filmed to look like one shot, and it's not one shot at all. But I mean, it looks great. I thought that was a great sequence that they did. Chris Hemsworth, he's trying to get out of there and get to safety. It was a great movie. I honestly am kind of speechless as how good I thought it was. There was kind of I don't want to say a plot twist. It wasn't a plot twist. There was something that happens in the movie. I don't want to say it was predictable, but I feel like I saw it coming just because of the character who's in the movie. And I was just like, man, something's wrong with this. And then he didn't let me down, like it happened. So I don't want to say it was predictable, but I felt it at that moment because of the character or the actor playing that character. Chris Hemsworth is just a beast in this movie. I don't know if he does all his scenes in this movie or like kudos to the stuntman doing the scenes. But he's kicking ass in this movie. I feel bad for those people who are like getting their asses whipped. I think this movie's about an hour 45 before the credits roll. Hour 40 maybe. Hour 45 somewhere in there. It doesn't feel long at all. Like to me it just kind of zoomed by. The pacing was nice. There's a couple moments where it slows down for sure, but it's like they're both like the two scenes I can think of off the top of my head are like kind of like they're really like touching scenes. It's between I don't want to say it. They're just touching scenes. You'll know it when you watch the movie if you haven't. There's one between a side character, and then there's one between where with Chris Hemsworth as well. But they're just nice scenes. Like they're in there. It doesn't take away from the movie at all, but it does give it a little bit of a slowdown. But then the action picks back up, and Chris Hemsworth is kicking ass again. The ending of the film, I really like that sequence. It's just a bloodbath. And for some reason, I was thinking like Rambo. I was like, man, Chris Hemsworth should be the new Rambo. He's just kicking ass at this point. That's the kind of like vibes it was giving me. It didn't end the way I thought it was gonna end. It's a real nice ending. I'll leave it at that. It's a real nice ending. Like it doesn't go the way you think at all. I don't want to say there's any plot twist because there's really not. It's just a good movie. It's such. I don't want to say it's a small movie, but it's like it's a local movie. You know, it takes place in a small. I don't even want to say small, but like a city in. It's in like India, basically, and it takes place in a centralized area. It's not a whole global going here to there across the whole world. It's just in a small city. I kind of like that about the movie. I like the idea of it's more on a small scale, but it's just this huge blown up event that's happening. Did I give this a rating? I think I gave this a 9, or I was thinking 9. It's for sure like a 9.5 out of 10 to me. I think this is a great movie, great action. The stunts were amazing. I don't have anything really bad to say about this movie at all. It's called Extraction. Go check it out. It's on Netflix. Chris Hemsworth is amazing in this movie, and it really shows you he can be other things than Thor. This is probably my favorite other like non-Marvel universe Chris Hemsworth movie, and you guys should really go check it out. It's worth your time, definitely, especially if they're already talking about sequels to this movie.